been so long. Say it, but it is what you want to see. I'm about to get copywritten. Like, I've been here before and don't know how YouTube is. But we're back. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know that it's been way too long since I've been on here. I don't even know how long it's been. I don't even know the last time I uploaded a video, to be honest. It's like one of those things where you've just been gone for so long, or you're like, you need to apologize to someone, but you know, the days just keep going by. It's like, dang, I should have did this a month ago. I should have done this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, a year. Like, it's just one of those things that like builds up and it's like, it's too late. But I guess with you guys, it's never too late, because I'm getting so many things on Instagram, on TikTok, but like, you guys are like, are you gonna post a video? Are you still on YouTube? And I wasn't for a while, because I did not know that people still watch YouTube. I thought people like just had really short attention spans and no one wants to sit there and watch a video that's longer than 3 minutes. But y'all are here for it. Y'all are still here for it, and I'm still here for it. TikTok, like, I'm trying to get more into it, but it gives me anxiety, because I'm like, how do I make something that takes a long time to explain into 3 minutes? And I tend to talk, like, I'm not a huge talker, but when I get going, I get going. So I'm very happy that a lot of you guys are still on the YouTube wave, and I'm gonna do my best to stay here. Obviously, a lot of you guys have been wanting me to come back to YouTube, because the last time I was really on here, and like a lot of you guys started following me on YouTube because of my pregnancy journey, my IVF journey, a little docu-series that Damien and I put out about our pregnancy with our son Daxon, who is now a year and 5 months old now, which is crazy that he's like that old already. And if you don't know, this is like the big announcement. We are expecting another baby. There she is. You see her? She's beautiful. I'll get up later and I'll give you a really good view of her. But yes, I am 23 weeks pregnant now. I announced that I was pregnant, I think at 19 weeks, and we are expecting our second little one, which is so crazy. It's just kind of been a totally different experience for a multitude of reasons. A lot of you on Instagram asked me some questions, and I wrote them down, came prepared, really like knock this out. But without giving too much away before going into the questions, this has been a completely different pregnancy, just in the fact that like I have a whole child to take care of, and we moved to a different state. We moved to Arizona in September. We got pregnant in December, so we were only really here in this new environment for a couple of months before, you know, this happened. And it's just a lot's been coming at me, a lot of transitions that I've been trying to settle in. I just feel like I've just been going, and there's a lot of changes that can affect anyone mentally, physically, emotionally, and I don't think I've really given them the time to like really set in for me. I've just kind of been ignoring them so that I can get through to do what we're doing, and so a lot of that has just been building up. That's kind of why this has been crazy pregnancy. But I will put on these questions and I'll answer all the questions that I have. If I don't answer any questions that you have, just leave them in the comments, and then I'll try to do my best to answer them there. But obviously the big question that everyone wants to know is, was this an IVF baby or a naturally conceived baby? And this was an IVF baby. We didn't have to do another egg retrieval or IVF cycle. We had 9 embryos left over, and so we just transferred another embryo, and thankfully it worked on the first time. We used the same protocol with Daxon. We just changed up a little bit from the first transfer to Daxon's transfer, and we used the Daxon transfer one, and that one worked. I transferred on December 3rd, I believe, in the Bay Area. All of our embryos are still in California, and that's where they will remain. How did we decide on the age gap, and how did we know that we were ready for another baby? So we always said that we wanted to at least give Daxon 1 sibling. We wanted to have at least 2 kids. I always said I'd rather having 2 kids or 4 kids. We'll see what happens after 2. I think I'm good after 2, I'm not gonna lie. We didn't know exactly what the age gap was going to be. I always said I wanted to like push them out, get them over with, and then kind of start really raising them together. But I didn't know that it was going to be this soon after. Daxon had just turned 1, like 2 weeks before, maybe a week and a half before we transferred this embryo. So they're gonna be, Daxon will be 22 months, so almost 2 years old when this baby is born. I think what really like stuck was when Daxton started sleeping through the night and we started getting like consistent sleep at night. Made a huge difference. He didn't really start sleeping through the night consistently until about 10 months. I stopped breastfeeding him at 9 months. We sleep trained him when he was 5 months, or 6 months, but he got sick and we started traveling a ton, so that kind of went down the drain. We re-sleep trained him at 10 months, and then once he started like sleeping through the night and we just felt more refreshed, we were like, okay, we can have another one. So how and when did we find out? So we transferred on December 3rd, I believe, and you're supposed to wait like 2 weeks before you test. But personally, I just have a lot of anxiety and it's like gonna run my whole entire life. So I already knew I was going to test. I didn't know how soon I would, but I knew I was going to test earlier than the 2 weeks. But I immediately started feeling symptoms like the 2 days after the transfer. I started having really vivid dreams at night, and that's just not normal to me. Like, I usually just sleep and don't dream about anything, but I was sleeping very deeply and having very vivid dreams. And I was also going to the grocery store and like buying just like random snacks. Like, I'm not really a snacker. I don't really crave a lot of things. I usually just eat what I normally eat every day. But I was going to the grocery store and I was like, Slim Jims, corn, like these little corn chips. Like, it was really weird. And so I would text Damien and I was like, this is weird. Like, I think it might have worked because these are the things that I'm feeling. And so I tested 3 days after the transfer. I tested every day up until day 14 past transfer, and it just kept getting lighter or darker and darker and darker and darker. I think on day 7 post transfer, I got a big fat positive on a digital test. When is my due date? My due date is August 23rd, which is actually my brother Seth's birthday, which is really cool. I don't think I'll actually have the baby on my actual due date because Daxton, I was induced at 41 weeks. So I don't think the baby's gonna come on the actual due date or on Seth's birthday, but that'd be really cool if they did. Did we pick the gender? Yes. We decided to pick the gender for this baby because, I don't know, I feel like when you go through fertility treatments, as horrible as the journey can be and as depressing and as just hard, it's really hard on you emotionally, physically, mentally, relationship wise, work wise. Like, it just controls your whole entire life. There are positives to going through them and it being successful, obviously, besides like being able to have a baby, something that you've worked so hard for. Another positive is that you can pick the gender. You can pick, you know, what baby you want to have. And we were going back and forth for a little while if we wanted to give Daxton a little brother or a little sister, and we ultimately decided on giving him a little sister because I think, like, as women, we go through so much. If I want to be done after this baby, I can be done because I have one of each and I will be very happy about that. But we also decided to go with the girl too because Damien really wanted a little girl. We just had them pick the best graded embryo for Daxton, or for both the first 2 transfers. We just said pick the best ones. First one didn't work, which really goes to show you that grades don't really mean anything. Like, it doesn't mean that, I mean, they mean a lot, they mean something, but you can have the best graded embryo and it still not work if the protocol isn't right, or it's just not, you know, sometimes things just don't happen. But this baby right here, we picked her, we decided we wanted to have a little girl, and we're really excited about that. We gave a little like tiny spoiler. It wasn't really supposed to be a spoiler. We didn't like throw it in anyone's face like it's a girl, but when we came out with our announcement video, we like had in the background like me saying come give Sissy a kiss, and there was like pink tints to it and we put pink hearts and stuff. So we were telling people that we're having a girl without like actually coming out to say it, and people to this day are like, do you know what you're having? Oh, it's a girl, like that. So I just kind of think like the ambiguity of some people knowing, some people not knowing what we're having is kind of cool. But I'm pretty sure after this video everyone's gonna know that I'm having a girl because I'm wearing pink. I'm saying that I'm having a girl. Who was the first person that I told? So Aisha actually took me to my appointment. She was the first person I told. My whole family, like everyone in our family, our friends, I was keeping everyone updated. Like all of my close friends and family they all knew we were going through the process again, the transfer process again. So it wasn't really a secret. With this one, we were a little bit more loosey-goose with it just because it's the second time around, and I don't know, it's really cool like having everyone's support, and I really do believe in like speaking life into situations and sharing good situations with people who want what's best for you. I don't necessarily believe in sharing things that you want to happen with the whole world, because not everyone is going to put positive energy into that and it's going to want what's best for you. With this situation, we shared it with people who we felt like were on our side, who would put prayer and positive energy, all of those like good vibes to help us carry it through. And so a lot of people knew already before like the whole world knew, and so we weren't really like doing anything big like reveals or anything like that. So Aisha knew, I called Callie, so both my sister-in-laws knew, and my friend Liz, one of my best friends Liz, who also we bonded. We are the bestest of friends through IVF and infertility. They were the first 3 to know on the day that I tested positive, like day 3 I tested positive. I did not tell Damien until day 5 because that's when he got home from his road trip, and I just didn't want to tell him over the phone. Will there be any reaction videos? So because a lot of people already knew and we were just keeping them updated through like my close friends on Instagram, there are no like big reaction videos, which is okay. Like we had the big like announcements, all that kinds of stuff with Daxon, and while it was amazing to like go through that journey with like a bunch of strangers and people who could relate so much to our story and people who were so happy for us, it was also like just really overwhelming in a good way and in like a stressful kind of way. There was a lot of attention on it, and because like I've already been kind of in like a little rocky mental place as it is, I just wanted this to be super low-key, super chill. We still feel the love, we still feel the excitement, like it's a girl. Like I literally just want to start crying because of like all the love that we've been shown by people and our friends and our family and just strangers. Like people still happy for us, and I think that goes to show that you can have a big spectacle, you can have this docu-series, you can show everything that you've gone through, or you can just come out and be like, hey, this is something that's happening for me and I'm really excited about, and people will have that same reaction as well. So I've seen both sides and I love both sides. I did tell Damien that I was pregnant, even though he kind of already knew because I was just kind of keeping him updated with my symptoms and stuff. I had my dad and my brothers, all of his best friends that have girls, I had them send me a video of like their advice for a girl dad, and that brought me to tears. I don't know if I'm gonna share it with the world because like it's really personal and like really special to us, and I don't want to like I'll ask the guys, you know, guys are a little weird about social media, so I'll ask them if they want, if I can share it with you all or with the world. But it was something that was really like intimate and special to us, again kind of following the line of just it being a totally different experience than when we announced that we were having Daxon. But that was really special, and I made the little video and showed it to him when he got home over breakfast, and it was Daxon running in the background. Like it's so cute, but maybe I'll share it one day. But that's just kind of how I told Damien. Very chill, very low-key, very intimate. So the next question is, how have I been feeling? Morning sickness, cravings, aversions. So not only has the pregnancy been different, like announcement wise, how we've just kind of been very chill and low-key about it, that's not on purpose. I have felt awful, okay? Like one of the other reasons why I was like, I'm good with this just being our last baby, because the feelings of sickness and fatigue and the mental of it all has been a lot. Very different than Daxon. I was sick for the first like 13 weeks of the pregnancy, just crumbling nausea, debilitating fatigue, all of it for 13 weeks. It was horrible, and I give it up to all the women who don't have help, all of that stuff, because I'm melting just thinking about it. Like I'm so happy that I'm finally feeling better. I just started feeling better like maybe 3 weeks ago. Like I stopped feeling nauseous after 13 weeks. It comes here and there, and like this pregnancy is so different than with Daxon, because even when I got nauseous, I was like, oh my god, do I have food poisoning? Like, did I eat something bad? And I forgot that, like, no, it's just because you're pregnant. And like, I never experienced the feeling with Daxon. Like, I wasn't used to being pregnant and feeling sick. I was maybe sick or nauseous for like a week or two with Daxon, and compared to this nausea, I'd take that every day. That's like, ooh, I ate something bad, but it goes away in a little bit. Stopped feeling nauseous around 13 weeks, and then maybe like 3 weeks ago, at 20 weeks, I just started feeling like more myself again, being able to have energy and being able to just like exist. So yeah, like night and day. I definitely want to hit on pregnancy mental health as well. Again, with Daxon, I didn't really experience it a whole lot, but with her, it's just like I was at the park the other day with a fellow mom in my neighborhood that I met. She was talking to me and she was just like, how's your mental health been? Like, because I guess she experienced bad mental health during pregnancy, and everyone talks about postpartum, but like no one talks about like during pregnancy mental health. They just talk about like, oh, you're just moody or you have like mood swings. No one talks about like really the mental part of pregnancy and mental health. And I went to try to explain to her how my mental has been. I just settled on the description of, I'm going through the motions. I try to not feel deeply about anything because I have fear of where that will lead to. I have fear that if I feel too happy about something, I'll get really emotional about it, and then it'll lead to sadness. Or if I feel too sad about something, I'll get into like this really deep, dark depression and like cry. Like, for some reason, I'm afraid to cry. I don't know why. Like, I'm really scared to like really feel a deep, intense emotion that will lead me to crying. And I feel like any type of emotion will lead me to cry that I won't be able to return from. Happy, sad, stressed, frustrated, anxious, like so much where I'm just kind of like numb. I feel numb to a lot of emotions, and I try to be happy and I try to celebrate other people's stuff, other people's joys, and be there for their lows, celebrate my joys, be there for my lows. Like, I try to do all of that, and it just kind of ends up me being on self-preservation mode. That's like an honest, truthful answer about my mental health and pregnancy. And I think it does have to do with all the hormones that I'm going through. And they say like girls definitely treat you different than boys do. And I don't know if that's true, but in my experience, that is very much true. My emotions are just so extreme. And I think that I have like too much control over them, where it's not good and I'm not being able to feel a lot of emotions, or I think too hard about my emotions and therefore I'm overthinking and not doing things that I would normally do. But then I start feeling bad about that, and I just stop thinking about it at all. It's like a cycle, and this might not make sense to many of you, but this is how I've been feeling. Do we have any names picked out? Yes, we have a couple names picked out. We won't like solidify one until we actually see her face. That's the same thing that happened with Daxon. Like, we were actually like 99% sure we were gonna name him Daxon, and we're 99% sure we're gonna name the little girl the name that we have. But we have a couple of backups that, you know, if she comes out and she doesn't look like the name that we really like, then we'll look at those and see how it goes. But it does start with a D. All of the kids' names will have D's. I just want to go with that tradition because that's what we do it's just a tradition in our family that we do. So really excited about that. But overall, that is kind of just a quick run through of the first 23 weeks of this pregnancy. She's been really easy on me as far as like, there have been no health concerns so far. I have my glucose test next week. She was PGS tested, and we did the NIPT testing and all that stuff, so everything else looks good. She's been really easy as far as health and not giving us any scares so far, thank God, and we hope to continue that going. It's kind of been stuff that, you know, I can deal with here. So yeah, if you have any other questions or I didn't answer for you, then please leave them in the comments below. I will be seeing you guys next week, giving you a whole, maybe it'll be a vlog or something. I don't know what it'll be, but if you have any video requests, then leave them as well. I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh my gosh, I'm tripping. Let me give you guys let me show you what Sissy's looking like. 23 weeks. Okay, that's all for now, but I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching. Mwah.